Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Plague Inc. Evolved with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back again to the Shadow Plague in normal difficulty. So, in the previous video, I failed. I missed some very important things because it was a blind playthrough. I had no real knowledge going into it other than the fact we had a vampire. Now we've seen a few of the mechanics. I think I know how I'm going to approach this on my second try. I am going to go completely mental with upgrading the vampire. So what I'm going to do, let's just get straight into the fight, is I am going to try and spread lairs all around the world as soon as possible, make sure the vampire is good at combat and focus on destroying the labs, and more importantly the actual military outposts as soon as they appear, or at least as soon as possible. Because from my understanding, from what we've seen last time, if I can destroy them all, they're not coming back again. If I just allow them to linger and slowly deal with them, they're going to continuously spawn new labs, and they're going to cause all sorts of problems. So vampire first, the plague second. And I'm going to start off in the UK. So I'm going to put down a lair in the UK, move over to Saudi Arabia, or perhaps India, put one down there, then put one somewhere in Africa, and then one somewhere in the Americas. This way, we'll have access to most of the world fairly easily. At least, that's the plan. So the vampire's down, let's go straight into the Shadow Blessing, but this time we're going to go into Lair. We're going to give ourselves the ability to move around, and I'm going to make sure I can spread a few plagued people around as I jump. Then I'm also going to give myself the Blood Rage, just to make sure I've got that already just worked on. Maybe not the best thing to do, but with my forgetfulness, I think it's probably okay to do. So let's do that, jump on over. The question is, do we do India or China? I think India. Because that way, it's also a hot country which is infected for when we eventually give resistances to our disease. I'm still not going to get a second vampire for a while, purely because of how obvious it must make us. Suddenly killing everyone in an area, probably somewhat easy to figure out what's going on. So let's jump like there, so not too far into the country. Put down a lair. Then we move on and move along. Now I'm hoping I can jump from the very west of West Africa over to Brazil. If we can't, then this is going to get very, very bad very, very quickly. Now I could put down a lair here in West Africa. That would give me a good point down here as well to jump to. But I think it would be best to keep on doing what we're already doing. So one at the very south, the very southern tip of the Americas, one at the very top. Yes? Yes, okay. Let's go right to the edge. Now we could do this with Simian Flu, so I'm assuming the jump is the same range. Yep, it definitely works. Hello, Brazil. Now, of course, the big problem is what we're doing right now is we are not infecting people really at all. The infection rate is incredibly slow because, well, it's a very, very bad disease at the moment. It has almost no abilities. So the lairs I'm putting down are also not giving me much money. Once I've put down this lair, that's when I'm going to focus on other things. I just wanted all of this nice and sorted. Or perhaps I could still focus on upgrading the vampire, giving it the ability to teleport between lairs, giving it all the combat abilities it needs. Might be worth it. I'm just thinking that if we can very quickly kill them once they appear, and then focus on the disease, maybe that would be the right thing to do. Move on out because Canada was noticing us straight away. So what will I need for combat? I will need, of course, these two, because the Dark Ritual will allow me to heal while I'm attacking the research places, I think. And of course, I'll also need the Shadow Portal to teleport around. The problem is now, of course, like I was saying before, now I'm starving myself for DNA. So let's just continue to move. There's no point in just staying there, because this costs 1 to do, 1 to move, and when I infect a new place it gives me 1 DNA, so why not just continue to spread? There's no point in waiting around. We could give ourselves the Dark Cloud, which allows us to infect as we get to the new places, but I think giving us the combat abilities would be best if we're going to do it this way. Again, I haven't looked up a guide yet. I don't even know if they're out yet, to be perfectly honest, because for the iOS, guides seem to be quite slow. But this seems like a possible tactic in the lower difficulties, definitely not in the higher ones. Going all-out aggression against the defenders once they appear. If we increase our severity, we'd be getting more DNA per jump, and I think that might be worth it. Dark pustules will make us harder to cure, so let's grab that as well. Again, more severity. Hello, China. I don't think this is right, you know. I do not think this is right. How did Greenland get so infected? I guess we just stood there for so long. Let's get the islands. I think putting a lair down in Australia, if we have enough time, would be a good idea. If we have enough time. Because then we really do have access to the world. Which would be nice. I am also aware, however, that there is a trait somewhere around here where you turn the infected into essentially cultists. Now, these cultists will stop science in the areas they infect, but also destroy research stations by themselves. But I think you have to completely infect a region for that effect to actually occur, so it's not really the most amazing. How about if I jump back to here and then go and infect the rest of Africa? Okay. Pop. Either way, though, I think now getting a little bit more infectivity would be nice. So let's do that. Also, again, more severity, which means more DNA per jump. So now I'm getting 3 per time, so I can quickly grab a couple more before they appear. Then I'll focus on increasing our combat abilities. There we are, ×2, so now we're a bit more effective. Greenland just went completely infected then, that was bizarre to see. Oh, why did that change so much visibly, but I don't know. That was just weird. I still feel like I'm doing this wrong, but you know what? I'm the one experimenting on how this works, so I feel like I have some slack in doing things wrong. Did I just lose a DNA? Oh yeah, because I moved. Trying to be a bit more vigilant. There we are. So now when I attack... Okay, where? Central Europe. Okay, so let's teleport over here. Then let's move over to Central Europe and destroy that as soon as possible. Goodbye. What we could do is go to transmission and maybe get Zoonic Shift. It's harder to be researched and will give us random mutations. And that's better for urban, since we can't currently spread very well in rich areas. Okay, we have 2 new labs, one over there, and that's why I was saying a lab over there would be fantastic. Then one over here. It's getting about the time now I should think about making a new vampire. But I do want to save up for all these as well, but I think a new vampire is very important, which is apparently became more expensive. Destroy that, then we jump over to Madagascar, then to India. Just to spread the infection. Then we'll start doing that so we can make a new vampire. Come on, we can do it. Just about. Oh, derp. India's a lair. I could have teleported there from anywhere. Oh, is that it? Is that the one? Shadow Slaves. Manipulation causes severe behavioural abnormalities and eventual permanent psychosis, causing infected to become slaves to the vampire. That's the one. I'm not sure if that's the win condition, but I know that it does cause problems to countries fully infected. So I'll grab that. Then let's move you over to here. Okay, I just heard another lab. It is in Japan. Vampire slaves wage war in Kazakhstan. Everyone in Kazakhstan has been enslaved by the fluffy vampire flu and now serves the vampire. Science is banned and the country has fallen into darkness. Wonderful. Have I still not got the new vampire? Really? That's annoying. Teleport over there. I think increasing our speed is quite good now. Since I could have got there a lot quicker and now I'm... Aha! Perfect place to spawn. Well done. Okay, is anywhere else? No. Destroy that. Now we can focus on other things. Okay! They've revealed the threat. Let's increase our power then. Never mind. I was going to say focus on other things like resistances, but rather focus on killing them. Okay, one of you go over... No, don't attack, although it will heal you, so it's not a terrible idea, but please go over to the lair. Then you can heal. You will teleport over to there and attack that one. Okay, you can heal up before attacking. You can move over. Destroy that. We can't quite afford the next one of those yet. Now we can. Fantastic. You move to here. You can now go to help. I just heard a lab. Okay, it's over there. That's very important. So we'll teleport you. You can go to there. Okay, that's destroyed. Although your health is really low. Perhaps go here and heal, then jump over to that one. You're destroyed. Move over. Destroy that, then you can heal afterwards. You're healed enough. I think getting that stronger, the healing better, might be a good idea as well. Ah, darn it. Oh! Yes, just about won. Wow, okay, get over there to defend against the drone strike and then heal up. Oh wow, okay, you're gonna die, so let's move you back. Heal. Force from Finland, I think that actually gives them a buff, which I did not want to see. Should have really read it, honestly, but there we are. Okay, there we are, maximum combat ability. Our vampires are now the best of vampires. The best. Okay, you can go over there, because I need you to defend against the research. Defend against the science. Okay, we've just got a mutation. Yay for Zoonic Shift. You can move over there. I should have let you heal, but I'm... For some reason in ×3 speed, by the way. I did not think I was. I thought it was in ×2. That's why I'm rushing so much. Ooh, I actually get DNA when I destroy a lab. I did not realise that. Okay, get back over there. Heal up for a second. This is like the second to last one, and by the looks of things, they get more powerful as you destroy them. You're going to win that, that's fine. Okay, you destroy that. Now let's focus on resistances a little bit, shall we? Cold. Come on. And you're just sitting there dying. Let's get you healing. Yes! Templar forces eradicated. Okay, so now we have to think about what to do next. So right now, anywhere fully infected is not contributing to the cure. The cure is still happening though, so that's something we need to bear in mind. The vampires are a powerful force to spread the disease, so I think just focusing on making sure the vampires can do that is what we should do. So let's go Dark Cloud. So now, wherever my vampires are, they spread the disease very quickly, as you can see. So you should move over to somewhere not very infected, like right next to you, for instance. Vigilantes in Finland fight the vampire. That's annoying. Thankfully I can just feed on them and then heal myself back up, so that's fine. We are still being cured, actually, very quickly. Wow, really quickly. We can slow that down with this. The next one cost me 19, that will really speed up the infection rate. What you should really do, though, is focus on the richer countries, the ones which can contribute more money towards the cure. So go to Canada and infect them. 19 for the next one. I don't think this was the right way, but we're... Ah, so close. Okay, the next one is 21. Then that's like a mega... Okay, you're fully infected there, so... Go on over to Germany. Let's infect Europe. Canada is almost there. So let's... Save up for... no, let's go with that. Corrupted air. Maximum... Wow, maximum infection rate. Then let's slow down the cure next. 21. Move over to the US. You can move over to Italy or France. Let's go with Italy. And do that. Ooh. Welcome to Hellmouth combo. Dark whispers emanate from the shadow portals, increasing vampire strength. That's useless to me now. Awesome, just got a new thing for free. The pheromone secretion. Cool. Oh, that's a good one we should have seen before. Blood sacrifice. Infected bleed themselves to strengthen the vampire. Layers generate extra DNA the more people are infected. That would actually be really good earlier. Then that one increases the cure effort again, which is good. So if we look at Canada now, that should be, yeah, contributing nothing. So the more we infect, the slower the cure. Italy is essentially fully infected. So let's move on over to Spain. Having more natural spread as well would have helped. It's gonna be so close. Thank you. Thank you again. Be 35. Hello, Caribbean. And slowing down the cure, as long with, of course, taking out the US now, so that's not helping. Well, that massively slowed down the cure, fantastic. How's Spain? Spain's essentially gone, so move on over. Let's go down to South Africa. Australia's almost fully infected all by itself. The Caribbean is now fully infected. I think we will win this. Is there anywhere that's not infected right now? Yes, it's all down there. Okay, so that's where we're going now. Should we grab the Middle East, or should we go for New Zealand? 6,000 versus... Okay, yes, so we should go straight for New Zealand. Even though it is already infected, the Middle East isn't really contributing much to the effort, so... You can go down to South Africa, which probably is definitely, yeah. Definitely a lot of contribution. Sorry if I sound a bit distracted. Like I say, trying to learn a new one of these. I will say this is probably the hardest to learn out of all of them. A lot of people had trouble with the simian flu. I didn't really share that idea. I found it quite straightforward to figure out. This one's a bit more... I'm not quite sure where my effort should be. What we did here was definitely wrong. I'll say that much. It was incorrect. But I think we're going to get it. Just increase for natural infectivity, I suppose. Okay, New Zealand's ours. Blood Sacrifice just got mutated, so we should have some more bonus DNA for free. You can go over to the Middle East. You can go over to Zimbabwe. And infect. All done. Move over to Angola. The Middle East is infected as well. And that should be everywhere infected, so... just sit there and wait, I suppose. Fluffy vampire flu has enslaved the world. The Shadow Plague has fully corrupted humanity with fluffy vampire flu. And now, after thousands of years, the vampires can finally begin their rule of blood and pain. The world falls into darkness. Okay, so what I think I did wrong was I got distracted far too easily, so I missed a lot of obvious things again, and I kept on moving to the wrong places. I could have been more efficient, and I just panicked, and that was obviously a mistake. But ultimately, I think going for a more hybrid approach, where you go with both vampire and the disease traits, would have been better. Also, having more vampires, again, I think would have helped. Either way, probably quite a bad score. That was expected for how long it took. I think this is a really, really good thing. A really good mode, and I think as I get the unlocks as well, this is going to get easier and easier as I get used to things. So now I have Witch Doctor, the vampire heals faster. Not that fantastic, but it's useful, I suppose. So what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to do casual a number of times, because each time I win in casual, I will get another unlock, and I can just keep on doing casual over and over again to get all of these, which should really help out quite a lot. For instance, Vampire gets more DNA when consuming people using Blood Rage. Vampire Blood Rage ability kills more people. Blood Rage doesn't cost DNA, which is a really big one. Vampire gets more DNA from destroying labs, increases maximum health, which had been really good early on. Increased flight range. Okay, that one's really good. Doesn't cost DNA. Flies faster when not injured. Flies faster, but flying damages health. Vampire starts Blood Rage automatically when entering a new country, which is interesting. So, yeah, there's lots of things. There are lots of things to grab, and once we have all of these unlocked, we have 3 bonuses to go with us. We'll get better, and eventually I will come back and I will do Mega Brutal. I don't know how long it'll take, but either way, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Plague Inc. is a series you wish to see continued in the future. The next time I'll hopefully be just a lot better at this, so I'll be a lot calmer, and I can explain my ideas and what I'm doing, and it'll be less of just a mess. Hopefully you found it entertaining, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.